Tyrone and Galway have been building these machines for the last couple of years, and they've raised huge amounts of money for various charities, both at home and abroad. As I say, you may have seen this on nationwide TV programme during the week there. I think it was last Tuesday it was on, where the event took place in Mountbellew, County Galway, with the same three teams. And on that occasion, the Galway team just came in slightly ahead. But each day is different, each challenge, each time they build, something can go wrong during the build, and it may go against them later on. Now, as I said to you, we're hoping for in around the 11-minute mark. It may go slightly beyond that. But as you can see, in just a couple of seconds, we've already got the gearbox in place. The lift is in place. The back axle we got. Yeah, you can see the back axle taking shape now as well. So to let you know, the team captain on the Mountbellew team is PJ Glynn from Moynalty. With him is Mighty Joe Cunningham, and they concentrate on the front of the tractor mostly. And taking up the rear, if you pardon the expression, are Patrick Smith from Moynalty and Brendan Harkins, also from Newbridge. Brendan and Patrick have only joined the team fairly recently, and this Mountbellew team has evolved over the years. There's been 2 or 3 members come and go, and they've been replaced by new members who have gone into training. And what's that cover? To you. Okay, another part of the rules of this competition, ladies and gentlemen, are that no pneumatic or electric tools can be used. Everything has to be done by hand. Everything has to be tightened by hand. They can use speed braces and they can use ratchets, but nothing electric or pneumatic. As you can see, the vehicle then has no fluids in either. So, likes of gearbox oil, engine oil, coolant, all have to be put in during the assembly. Now, in the 1950s, when this tractor was being assembled by Ferguson company in a long assembly similar to the Ford setup, it would have taken 2 days to build one of these tractors in the factory from start to finish until it rolled off the assembly line. These guys are doing it slightly faster. Now, as you can see, the 2 rear hubs are in place, but we've a long way to go yet. Timer, how are we doing? We're just at the 3-minute mark now, ladies and gentlemen, so this is very good. How about showing them a small bit of encouragement? Give them a bit of a clap there, ladies and gentlemen. Come on, let's go. Come on, Galway. You can keep it going there. Okay, steering box in position now. Now, another part of the rules of this competition are that not alone must the tractor start, but also the rear lift must work completely. And as you can see, the boys now are assembling the rear lift assembly. This is a very important part of the construction, because a mistake at this stage will mean the lift will not work at the end of the construction, and the team will either be penalised by penalty points or may indeed be disqualified. So, at each stage as they go along, they have to take care not to leave anything out and not to make any mistakes, because they'll pay for them later on. So we've got the axle oil going in there and out the rear, and it's starting to look a little bit more like a tractor. 4 minutes 20 seconds now, 4 minutes 20, they're doing very, very well. You can see how well they work together as a team, ladies and gentlemen. Each member has a job to do, concentrates on that, moves on to the next job. And now with the fuel tank going into place, it's starting to look more and more like a tractor. Obviously this is a 1954 Ferguson TDO 20. For the simple fact that this type of tractor is used, obviously if a diesel tractor was used, the system would airlock and it would be virtually impossible to get it started at the end of construction. The three teams you see competing here today will again compete at the end of the year for the final verdict on the Irish Vintage Scene competition, and that will be in County Cavan in the Equestrian Centre there in next October. But in the meantime, all the teams will be doing demonstrations in different parts of the country to raise money for charity and to bring this spectacle right around the country. Up covers going in now, but we still have a long way to go. 5.5 minutes now, ladies and gentlemen. 5.5 minutes. Come on, give them a bit of encouragement. Get them to go that little bit faster. Get them to spread a bit up there. Get that adrenaline pumping. Now with the mud garden in place, it's starting to look more and more like a tractor. We've a little bit further to go before to be fit to plough your garden though. The air cleaner going into place now and tightened up. Now, if you that have ever tried to change the wheel in the car, it's hard enough. Try to put one of these monsters back onto a tractor, line it up. One man doing it is very, very difficult. And this can be one of the slowest parts of construction and very hard to do. And teams can lose valuable seconds while they're putting those rear wheels in place. But I think it seems to be working out well for the Galway team at this stage. 6.5 minutes. 6.5 minutes. Not bad, lads. Keep the heads down now. You're doing well. 6.5 minutes. Right rear wheel there. A little bit tricky for the guys, but they're doing fine. They'll get it into place. Now steering link is going into place here on the left side. Still have a bit to go, but there's a lot of tightening going on there. I see a bit of sweat coming on the brows there, so they're doing well. As I was saying, the scrutineer will check the tractor at the end of construction. Any loose bolts, nuts, anything missing, there will be time penalties incurred. So hopefully they remember to put everything back in place as it should be. 7 minutes, 30 seconds, 7.5 minutes now, ladies and gentlemen. You can see how fast these guys are, what they can do in a short period of time. On a nice afternoon like this, I'm sure if Harry Ferguson is looking down, he'd be mighty impressed with these guys from County Galway. Okay, now we're coming into the final stages. These guys are doing extremely well. They're doing a very, very good time for you today, ladies and gentlemen. Come on, show them a small bit of appreciation. Free entertainment for you here today. We're delighted that the Irish Vintage Scene magazine continues to sponsor this competition and have done so since its inception a couple of years ago, and attend all the competitions right around the country. And of course, the Irish Vintage Scene stall is just here next to us. Now we're coming right near the end, and with the front wheels going into position, I see the power lead going onto the dynamo starter. 8.5 minutes, 8.5 minutes, bonnet going on, starter, keep an eye on your time. Bonnet bolts going into place, final tightening up now on the front wheels, and the last jack up, we have to get everything out of the way. She has to be back down the four wheels, everything tightened before they can start the tractor and then try to jump the lift. So how are we doing? She's going back down and all